President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Mineral Resources and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe have highlighted the need for South Africa to diversify its energy mix if we are to end load shedding and, indeed, future-proof the grid. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo is at the International Gas Roundtable in Sandton, joining us now for a quick update. Ntokozo, good morning to you. An important initiative yet again to try and deal with load shedding. Now, NERSA has started approving the gas projects. How prepared is South Africa to play the balancing act here between further exploration and the environment? I can already see Barbara Creasy on the sidelines.
Good morning, Goli. Well, it seems to have been a mixed bag of theories, with some energy experts saying that natural gas can help the country actually escape the extreme power outages that we have been facing, but only if it's channeled towards the domestic markets and gas-filled electricity plants. Other analysts, on the other hand, say the cost of accelerated exploration is just too high when we consider the fact that, sufficient and reliable supply of gas is not guaranteed. But to help us get a little bit more clarity and wrap our mind around it, I am now joined by the Executive Chairman at the African Energy Chamber, NJ Ayuk. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, we are here today to really explore the benefits that natural gas has for people as well as for development, and with 13% of the reserves or global reserves being on the continent, are we moving fast enough to really realize those benefits?
Thank you so much for having us on this. We're not moving fast enough on natural gas development. Africa with 600 million people without access to electricity. Right here in South Africa, load shedding 8 to 10 hours a day. Natural gas can really turn the magic. Domestic gas, getting that gas into power plants, but bigger than natural gas is really looking at how we use gas to drive up fertilizers, urea, ammonia, NPK plants to really drive up industrialization, create more jobs for our people. So it's bigger than electricity. But we have to start harnessing that gas, and we need to move fast because time is not on our side.
And when we zone into South Africa, where we're having these engagements, we've seen some scattered and some success stories when it comes to exploration. Of course, those finds in 2018 and 2020. And as we see NERSA starting to approve those projects, what do you see South Africa's role being in really driving the natural gas sector on the continent?
South Africa has the most amazing story. Great natural gas discoveries by Total Energies and other companies around, Kinetico, Renogen, the onshore gas are in South Africa. So it gives you a chance to start phasing out coal, to drive a more gas economy, and then transition the future to renewables. But we have to move fast. The regulatory bottlenecks has been the problem that's held us back, and we've not really moved in. But also financing for natural gas in Africa, because the majority of gas that has been used in our continent, in South Africa, there's always been talk about it going out. What about the people that already live here? We need to have domestic natural gas to drive up industrialization, but we need to cut the red tape. We need to put in the right kind of incentives and really drive this gas to ensure that people right here get jobs and families get hope for the future.
And let's talk back to the engagements that we are going to be having here today. This event is in partnership with the Russian Gazprom, and we have various delegates from across the continent that are also going to be here. What are some of the conversations that we're really going to be drilling into when it comes to advancing that conversation around natural gas on the continent?
Gazprom is a giant, big giant around, not just in Russia, but across the world when it comes to driving global gas production. Massive company, billions of dollars of investments around the world. They have first-hand experience when it comes to driving natural gas for industrialization, when it comes to petrochemicals. Those skills, those technologies, those ideas are going to be shared here today in this forum, not just for South Africa, but for all of Africa. Gazprom has really built something amazing. We believe having people from Cape to Cairo, from Nairobi to Dakar, all of Africa coming right here with world-class technologies, it gives us a chance to start exploring what it means to beat energy poverty around Africa. We got to be open to bringing everybody together so all of God's children can use natural gas to get hope.
NJ, thank you so much for your time. Of course, that's NJ Ayuk, who is the executive chairman at the African Energy Chamber, just talking us through some of the discussions that we will have here with really delegates from around the world, but also Russian firms just pushing that agenda of natural gas and those opportunities. I will update throughout the day, but